Alright everybody, so we are kind of in the middle of this. We're getting going. So what we're doing today is we are loading up some of our alfalfa bales that we sold to a gal that we bought our Highlands from. So now you may be asking, why would you sell hay? Well, this is third cut alfalfa mix. So basically, more than likely it'll probably be a little bit too hot for cows. So she's got some horses that she's feeding with it. So we sold her some hay. We're gonna keep probably about 6 of these bales back. We got 18 of them, so we're gonna keep 6 back just in case, because obviously we got the horses here on the operation. But we are gonna sell her these 12. Without hopefully getting stuck. Would be the main goal. Let's see what we get fingered out here. One bale successfully loaded. We'll see how the other 12 go. But a lot of farmers use hay as kind of a side income, if you will. You know, some guys they don't make hay. We just happen to get lucky that when we got the lease for our hay, or our grazing field, if you will, they had cut some bales off of it, and we worked out a deal to where we got some of them just in case, because we didn't want to get caught in a situation where we didn't have any hay. So we got the 18 off the third cut, and then we ended up finding some grass hay to feed out, which is a lot friendlier for the cows. Now we will be grazing alfalfa, which stay tuned for that. Anybody who's ever dealt around cows knows that is an interesting situation. Now alfalfa is a little bit higher in protein and everything, so you have to watch real close for bloat and things like that, which is why we kind of got this big lovey feeling for the guys over at 701X, because we're going to be able to, like I've mentioned before, I work full-time as a John Deere mechanic, so I'm not here all the time keeping an eye on these guys. So with them over in that grazing field, grazing on the alfalfa, the 701X company is going to allow me to be able to keep an eye on those guys and make sure nobody's bloating up and sitting still. Because if you get bloat in a cow and you don't get it taken care of, you will cause yourself some big problems. So that will allow us the peace of mind to be able to do that. Because if we can get it to work out, it's a great idea and a great thought process. So it'd really be a good thing to do. It's just a matter of making sure we do it the right way, the safe way, and we don't cause problems for ourselves. So that's kind of why I'm excited about those guys, working with them on that. And like I said, or actually, no, I've got a video that I've been fighting to get uploaded. I'd like to get it, if I can get it uploaded, we're kind of gonna dash and get a bunch of videos up at the same time. So we'll have this one and then 2 more that I took the other night that kind of goes over some stuff. So stay tuned. I'd like for them all to get uploaded, but ooh, she is being a bit of a booger, which, I mean, it happens. It's kind of a new process to us. We're figuring out all the kinks and everything. But basically, we talk about how, you know, what the guys over there are doing, and how what we'd like to do is maybe do some type of sit-down interview with them and kind of pick their brains and ask some questions and whatnot of what they're thinking. And so, because Sam is who I have been dealing with personally, you know, and I've had extremely great customer service with those guys. I haven't had any issues with them. Sam has been an absolute great help, answering any questions or anything like that. So I'd love to have a sit down with them and kind of get you guys in tune with what they got going on. I think that would be extremely beneficial to be able to do that, right? Because you may have a small or even a large operation yourself, and you're like, man, you know, you keep talking about it, but what good's it gonna do me? What kind of customer service can I expect from it? Because I can tell you I have great customer service with them all day long, but if you don't get to hear possibly from them and know what's going on and what they're doing and where they're headed and things like that, you might just take it as it is and be like, yeah, sounds good, Mark, you're talking them up. But I think it'd be kind of cool to do a sit down with them, or maybe like an online Teams type of meeting, and get some questions from you guys as to what you would like answered from them, or, you know, some questions that I think could be beneficial. In fact, just before I started loading this hay and talking with you guys, I was talking with Sam on the phone. You know, he got a text message from me. It's, oh shoot, it is 5 o'clock for him. He's headed home, and this just goes to show you, he didn't punch out and say, you know what, okay, I'll get back with Mark on Monday. He called me and was like, hey, what do you got? What's your question? What are you thinking? What do you want to do? And that to me just shows that, you know, their commitment to customer service and what they're doing over there. So that's great. You know, because he very well could have been like, you know what, I'll get with him Monday, and I wouldn't have had a problem with that. It is what it is. It's late on the day on a Friday. Everybody wants to go home. I don't want to keep a guy held up or nothing, but he answered. Got back with me. I had a simple question about the light tags and kind of their check-in and position logging function, and what they're going to do for when I get those put on my gals. Because I think I've stated it before, Manny's going to have the Pro tag, which is, he's basically, as Sam put it, 0.0